Hey all, and welcome to Imperator Rome, a new game by Paradox. I'm incredibly excited. I've been busy as heck, so I'm a couple days late on start, but this is the map. There's tons of stuff you could be doing here. Absolute tons. I think for me, I'm going to start with Macedon. That's one of the recommended nations here. You can see a few: Rome, Egypt, etc. And I'm intrigued by it. It's also Greek, so that's an interesting sort of period to be in, right? Or area to be in. But there's a ton of options, including over to India over here. If you wanted to be in India, you can come down here, play in the Egypt region, all the Spain and France, even a little bit up here in the Nordic area, if you will, as well as England. England was my other option, and I do think that's probably where I'm next going to play, mostly because I want to take, like, Caledonia, maybe, and take over the rest. But we're going to start with Macedon here. If you're not familiar with Imperator Rome, it is kind of a combination of EU4, Crusader Kings 2, and maybe Victoria 2, set in the Rome period. So let's go in and I'll start pointing some things out. And I have to admit, right up front here, this is the first time I'm playing this, so I'm going to get things wrong. I don't think people understand yet, like, what the best optimum plays are. Maybe a Roomba does with his spreadsheets, that kind of stuff. But frankly, I haven't had a lot of time to watch, so I'm going to be learning. I'm going to be learning with everyone as we're all sort of getting to dive into this. So love your comments, but just and suggestions. Just know that I'm probably not an expert. Anyway, so Alexander the Great. Lots of context here, but basically he has fallen, and now Macedon may help decide how things end. So we have our standard map modes here, so terrain, simple terrain, which is pretty, political map mode, which is probably where I'll spend most of my time, culture, which we are almost all Macedonian, I guess? Yeah, Macedonian, which I guess is then Hellenistic. There you go. So these are all Hellenistic, but we're Macedonian here. You can see religion, Hellenic. Provinces, which are sort of subgroupings here. You can see how much population, their loyalty, and what their policy is. You can actually change the policies on here. So right now they're borderlands, which means they're a little bit more defensive. But you can do religious conversion, you could get wealth, all sorts of other stuff like that. Trade goods. So there's a ton of trade goods throughout: grain, glass, livestock, leather, vegetables, wood, iron, olives, hemp, wine, so all sorts of stuff, and you can trade them, which we'll talk a lot about. Populations, or how much population there is. Diplomacy. In this case, one thing to note is that we have some folks that play tribute. Here, this is Paeonia, and then down here we've got Euboea, and over here Argos, that all pay tribute to us. We also have Corinthos here. Let me tell you, all these names are going to be hard as heck for me. And then we are allied with Thrace, so some stuff here. Some obvious people to go after, right? We want to try to grab all this, and maybe over here as a starting point. We also want to kind of go to the north as well, so we'll figure out how to do that, and frankly, I don't really know. Barbarian power, that's a thing. Trade routes, if you have multiple players. Your fortification levels. This is zone control, if there are sort of forts and that kind of stuff. Regions, if you're looking at regions, so this is all Macedonia, which has 535, we have no corruption, etc. And then Greece, which I guess we control. Those are our two areas, maybe? True? I don't know how to think about that. Supply, obviously. Civilization, so levels of civilization here. And you can see it varies significantly, potentially, and even, you know, down here it's uninhabitable. Opinion, what do people think of us? Well, I suspect most people are kind of negative. Alright? Yeah. And then unrest and loyalty. So mostly okay for the moment. So that's the map mode. So there's a ton of stuff up here. So you automatically have a macro builder, which is great. I love these. We have pops we can promote throughout if we wanted to. We can convert pops, but I think most of our pops are Oh, there's a Jewish pop there. We have 3 Jewish pops there, so a little bit. We could assimilate pops. Because we have Thessalon and Hebrew. So we can start moving that way. Or we could be importing trade goods. That's something we're going to want to do, but we're not going to get there yet. Let's see here. Nation. This is who we are. So we are Cassander Antipatrid. Current ruler. That's how popular we are. Tyranny. National citizen happiness. Okay. We are 98.16% Hellenistic and like 11 Hebrew, apparently. And those are our Jewish minority then. So citizens, we have freemen, we have slaves, and we have tribesmen. We'll talk about that. You can see that sort of set here. We have 1 of 2 trade deals going on. We'll figure that out later. And we can set ideas for 50%. And these will give us extra morale. Terrain cost, charting. Reinforcement speed, we can do slave output, which might be good. Commerce, build cost, lower corruption, so like all sorts of stuff that we can do here. And this is our government. And so similar to how CK2 is, there are individual people, right, that you can sort of put into positions. In this case, they're going to give us some of their power, and we care about their loyalty at the same time. Then we also have laws, so we can pick which laws we have. Maritime, succession, taxation, domestic, contract, authority, a ton of different laws. Military traditions, so you can get military traditions, and you can also see the stats of your various things. We'll get into that at some point here. Technology, now technology is a big thing here. You have different research that you're growing, so research comes from citizens. They will research more if they're happy. It's our efficiency. And then we're trying to get advances. So we need 100 to get to advances in here, which will unlock different abilities that will pop up here. So it's a really cool little technology tree that balances together. Religion, we can pick up blessings. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's our economy. We are actually losing money slightly. Army maintenance is on default. Lower morale, etc. Excuse me. We can actually take money and turn it into power, which is really cool. We can pick various decisions if we want to, turn into various things. I think the Alexander's Empire might be the most fun, or maybe the Imperial Ambition. But this would say, we become a monarchy, we adopt the Empire Governor form, and we gain Argy unification. So maybe that's something we want to do. We need to own all of those things, including like Gaza and Memphis. So maybe some Egyptian things there. This is trade. We have a surplus in glass, wine, and grain, which all seem pretty good to me. And we are importing grain from the Western Delta. These are all the characters, and we can sort by gender, if they're imprisoned, if we're using them, who's part of my family, etc., etc., etc. Sorry. There we go. There's my family. Forgot there were multiple options. They have traits. They have skill sets. We can sort by prominence, or popularity, or loyalty. So again, an absolute ton of things there. Finally, you can pick up mercenaries if you want to, of various sorts. So, what things can we do? We can get some trade routes. So what would we want to import here? Precious metals, make people loyal. They're pretty loyal already here. Don't know about tradesman happiness. Growth could be really good, actually. Camels, which would allow camel cav units. Not sure that's really needed. Horses. Cloth, we could bring in more taxes. Let's do that, I think. Select province to import from. There we go. Fix our money a little bit. Then this guy needs a commander. So we can pick a commander here. Look at the various power here. So these guys are loyal at 75, which is good. They have a 9 power. Now, loyalty matters because they might decide to rise up against you, which is scary. And I don't really know how to manage that yet, but we're going to get there. I think we will go with You're not that prominent, so that's okay. And we need a naval commander, and we'll go with you as well. That's fine. Now, if I click on you, what can we do? Boarding tactics, let's see here. Those are retreat, create new unit, split in half, disband, build to navy, got it. So are there useful things to do with you? Select your objective. We're going to have you independent operations for now. Invention, we can afford a new invention, which means we can pick one of these to really improve. Now, I don't know what we want. Aggressive protection would not be bad to reduce our fabricate claim cost. I like that. Omen power could be good. Tax, commerce income, or maybe the herbalism. Tech speed. We're gonna go tech speed here. I think I like the idea of cascading that early. And then yeah, we can pick an omen. So what do we want to do with that? My current thought is we're going to go with discipline, because I think we're immediately going to go to war. 23% national tax, though, seems amazing. You know, that's 80s, which is a little worrisome. We're going to go do some immediate war, though. Alright, so we've done everything that we could do immediately. So look over here. This is the province. If we right-click, we will get to there. We're going to do some fabricating of claim on Beatilla. Why? They're guaranteed by one group here, but that's about it. So let's get a claim fabricated on the province of Beatilla. Okay. And we cannot declare war yet, but we're going to unpause and start moving here. We're also going to move you down to here, I think. And then... anything else you want to do? Do you want to... how's our money? Lowering for the moment. Now here... sorry, right-click. You can declare war. The problem is that's going to bring in... Imperator. That's... you have 12... you have 3 cohorts. You have 3 cohorts. You have 24 cohorts. Now that is the problem. They are strong. So we're going to have to watch for that, right? You are guaranteed, and you're in a defensive league, okay? Your alliance with them up there. How strong are you? You have 8 cohorts. So we're going to let things run for a little bit, but we're looking for where we can potentially go to war to grab some territory. Over here might be good. You're allied with them. You have 5 cohorts. We have a ton of manpower, let's be honest. So, this would be show superiority, which would suck because we wouldn't get anything out of it. So we want to fabricate another claim. So we're hoping to gain soon. We probably should have claimed someone other than the people we did. That's okay. The Wars of Diadochi. Having built the largest empire the world has ever seen, he died 10 years ago. With no clear successor to the empire, his generals, the Diadochi, or successors, have fought. Our ruler, Cassandra of Macedon, is the son of Imperator, I don't know, who was the most senior of Alexander's generals and was given the honor to guard his heirs until he came of age. Cassandra killed his appointed regent with help from his father's enemies. Then he proceeded to kill their heirs and their mothers. Whoa. Antigonus is the former satrap of Phrygia. So we've gained claims on Alexander's former empire, which I probably could have just gotten. Alright, across Greece, Thrace, Macedonia, Syria, Asia. My goodness. Alright. Let's pause here. I think we will accept that offer. So now I should have a claim on you, right? No, I have no cost of spelling. Really? So can I see where I have claims? That does not appear to tell me where we have claims. Let's see here. Trade route. Player, no. So what if I talk to you? Do I have a claim on you? Is there a way I can tell? I feel like we should have just gained claims on everything, but we have not. I'm going to split you in half here. So that half of you can go over here. So we avoid any issues. We are lacking a commander. That's fine. We're going to give you the very loyal person. Thrace would like glass. Our money is about fixed now. He made a terrible masterpiece. We're going to have him flogged. He just died. It's fine by me. So we lost our... whatever the hell that is. The officer in charge of my royal bodyguard. You are relatively loyal and have 7, so let's do that. We can afford a new invention. We're going to do the national commerce income. We're now positive on both of those. Good. So how else do I tell, like, okay, it said Egypt, right? Well, I do have a claim there. Oh my. How do I tell this? What is that? Those are ports. Okay. Can I... Can I get you to become part of me? No. What about you? Do I have... I wish there... Is there not a way? We should pick up some ideas, shouldn't we? Oh, that requires 50 of that. Okay, we're going to have to think about that a little bit. Provinces, no. Feel lost. I'm like, normally I know exactly where I can claim. Chance of piracy, interesting. Oh my, that would be bad. So we're in an interesting spot. You. I definitely did. There's a lot of people around here. Maybe I should build up some more military while we're talking about it, right? Let's do that. So you are archers. These are my camels. I could get some camels. I don't know if I need that. You appear to be chariot types. Horse archers. War elephants. Let's do 3 of you. I have no idea what the best way to organize this is. And then, like, something like that. Okay. I have a decent amount of new cohorts coming in, which I think we can support. Is there not? Ah! Lots of stuff there. Okay. You together. Can merge you all into one, which would be great. Now losing money again. Oh, that's not a shock. little bit more loyal, just in case. And these are heavy infantry, archers, and light cav. So about the same. Could add in a couple light cav here, just if we wanted to. There you go. A little bit stronger. We are now losing 1.49. Eek. Alright, that's worrisome. What do I do with military organ? That's tech. I also picked the wrong blessing then. Unfortunate. Can I... Nothing there. Yeah, I literally just picked the wrong people. That's terrible. Forget to come in there. You would like... Yes. Army maintenance costs, minus 2.5. That I love. You all want stuff. Let's do that. Okay. Kind of love all that, so that makes me happy. I wonder if there's a way you can integrate those eventually. Yeah, we'll join you. So who are we at war with here? You are at war up there. Well, we'll send one of these up this way and see what we can do. If we can be useful, that'll be good. Your independent operations, good. That might have been fun to play as Thrace there. Okay, we're gonna lose. We're gonna end this video here. Obviously, some first-time jitters on what we're doing and when we should be doing it, but I am intrigued and I'm already pretty happy. So, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.